Well, today is Monday. And you know what that is. If you work in a call center, you already know that it's about to be some bullshit. Possibly. Hopefully. But if it's on Monday, it's about to be some bull. Let's watch.
I'm waiting for you to tell me exactly what you would like for me to do. There aren't any available appointments until October with your doctor. You only want to see your doctor. Your doctor does have a nurse practitioner and a PA. You don't want to see either one of them. So what what would you like for me to do? Right. You had an appointment. Correct. You had an appointment that you missed. You no show for that appointment.
She is typing like she's pissed. If I sneeze on camera, please no. Just wish me bless you. But yeah, she is pissed. Why are you mad at me for you missing your own appointment? It ain't our fault that you missed your appointment. People have short fuses these days. They just get mad over the most smallest shit.
You your appointment was at 12. I'm sorry, your appointment was at 1:30. Okay. I get that you ran behind at another doctor's appointment, but you did not call us. You didn't let us know. Like you just no show for the appointment, and now here we are. The appointment's gone. You're calling back to reschedule, and this is the first time we're hearing from you. But your doctor doesn't have anything until the middle of October.
Wow.
What do you mean if you had an emergency? If you had an emergency that okay. That that is wonderful that your allergy doctor can work you in. We're not your allergy doctor.
Facts. I love her. She's like, that's good that your allergy doctor can go ahead and squeeze you in because they probably are not like they're a specialized physician, but not like for this office. This office ain't nothing open until October unless somebody just happens to cancel. Ain't nobody, his schedule ain't open until mid October. So you got to go through the rest of the spring, all of summer, and a few months in fall before you can schedule anything, unless there is a no call, no show, or there's somebody who decided to not come to the appointment. And you mad. We're not the allergy doctor, ma'am. We're not the, and you knew you had an appointment. You said that you were late because of the previous appointment, and then you had a nerve to not even call us.
And so whatever policies and procedures they have at your allergy doctor or the other doctors that you may see, great and fine. However, we're not them. And so this is our policy because you're calling us to make an appointment. You no show for your appointment, which is fine. There is a $50 no show fee.
Wow. Is she like,
There is a $50 no show fee.
is?
We remind you of that each time we confirm your appointment, and someone spoke to you and reminded you that there will be a $50 no show fee. I can add you to the wait list.
That part.
Okay, so did you want to be added to the wait list?
Probably not.
Right. October 1st actually is the first available
Okay.
appointment.
First she said mid October, then now she said October 1st, which is better. It's better.
I know what month we're in. I'm telling you what your doctor, the only provider you want to see in the practice, That is her first available appointment. Did you want it or
Oh no.
it's at 8:30?
Now she's picky. That's too early.
I'm gonna place you on hold while you check. Girl, what the
Oh my God. I do not miss call center work. I really don't.
5,
Yeah.
4,
Countdown,
3,
sis.
2.
Take your time with one.
Ma'am, were you able to check and see if that date works best for you? October 1st, 8:30. She does not have anything later. October 1st at 8:30 is her first and only appointment for that date. If 8:30 will not work for you, we will then have to go to another date, which is going to take us to the middle of October,
Right.
which is the first appointment that I offered you.
She did offer it. Okay. Gotcha. I thought I heard her say that.
Is that the appointment that you want? October 1st, 8:30. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all privileged
Ooh.
ass keep want to compare our office to whatever other doctor's offices y'all have. If I mean, I don't know, babe. I don't know.
Ma'am, I'm not at all trying to be rude, but you called in and said you looked online and saw the bank was closed. You then proceeded to call into customer support and yell at
Whoa.
me, because you got me, about the bank being closed. It's Sunday. The bank's never open on Sunday. I'm not.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, you're calling about something that's not going to change, knowing what it was when you called in. And now you want to yell at me on a Sunday.
Wow. Some people just really think that you're supposed to do exactly what they want and they mad because you can't. This lady is clearly mad because something had happened outside of this girl and she needed help right away and she couldn't get it. So she chooses to blame them for instead of her dealing with the truth. I'm gonna get me one of those keyboards. It's cute. I have a lit up keyboard that I work from home, but I don't have to do all that typing. Thank God. I do not miss customer service. I used to do that years ago when I was younger, and it paid the bills. But when you have to deal with people like this, especially during this climate, and everybody's mad about every little damn thing, I'm cool.
Ma'am, you have a good day. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm sorry. I'm just not today. Shit. Bitch.
And guess what? She gonna call right
You know
back.
damn well. If you know the bank not open on Sunday and you look online and you see that it's not open, why the fuck would you call me mad the bank is not open on Sunday? What the fuck bank is open on Sunday? And if you looked online, why would you call and yell at me?
Right.
Funky bitch. Ooh, I hate cussing on Sunday.
Yes, ma'am, and I understand that you're frustrated. However, I am the escalation manager that's on duty, and when you emailed in requesting that a manager review the call and also requesting that the agent be terminated,
What?
I myself and another manager reviewed the call, and both of us agreed that the representative that you spoke with did follow the correct policies and procedures.
Now I like her. There are some I'm talking about okay. There are some customer service managers that would agree that that person should get fired, but they shouldn't lose their income. They might have to get written up and go through the proper steps of discipline, but you don't want the girl to be fired, losing her income because you probably were the only call that she handled like that because of the smoke that you gave to her. She gave you the same smoke. Maybe she needs some coaching. Maybe it was a bad day. Maybe she went through some stuff that caused her to talk to the customer like that, which I doubt that she did talk to that lady mean. But yeah, don't do that, y'all.
Right. So just because they disconnect on you doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get in trouble. We do have a policy that states that the customer cannot. Okay, ma'am. And if you would allow me to explain that to you, I would be happy to explain that. But again, I cannot speak when you're speaking. This just won't be a productive conversation. Okay. So what I was getting to is we have a policy here where the customer is not allowed to curse or degrade the representative on the phone. And the representative on the phone can give you a warning to not do so. And if you continue to do so, they do have the right to disconnect. No, no, ma'am. So we did review the call multiple times, and the representative actually warned you 2 times, which they
Wow.
did not necessarily have to do that second time. They normally can disconnect after the first warning, but they did give you 2 warnings to not curse at them and not use profanity towards
Mm,
them, and you continue to do so. So that is why they disconnect. Therefore, there will not be any termination of this employee or any repercussions for this employee.
mm.
And I understand that you're frustrated. It can be very frustrating when account goes to collections, and I do apologize for that. But
Well,
the representative that was trying to assist you has nothing to do with that. Their goal was to assist you and answer any questions that you have. But when you continue to shout and use language that's not appropriate for a professional setting, they have the right to disconnect after warning you, and they did warn you 2 times. So there's no termination for that. We will not be terminating that employee. The employee did everything that they were supposed to do during that call. And I'm
this when she.
okay. Again, and I apologize that it's been a hard week, and I understand that times are tough. But once an account goes to collections, the agent's job is to answer any questions that you have regarding that account. But if the agent is unable to do so, we cannot hold up our lines by allowing you to scream and berate the customer.
Yeah, she's mad too, but she's doing good though. She's
Okay, ma'am. Well, both me and upper management did review the call, and like I mentioned, there will not be any repercussions for this agent. Did you have anything else about the call you wanted to go over, or anything that I can help you with?
Am I the only one that hates that? Although it's across the board, no matter where you go, that person can call you everything but a child of God. You have to close the call with, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" I don't even want to help them with anything else. I want them off my line. Why do companies choose to do that? Why do you make the customer service representatives ask if there's anything else they can do after they were chewed up and spit out and picked back up and chewed up again and spit out and then called everything but a child of God, being cursed out, being called BIs, and just be degraded, as the young lady said. And yet, is there anything else I can help you with besides? No. First of all, if you ask the customer that, they more than likely they're going to say you didn't help me. So take that out the script, y'all. Take that out the script. Well, since there's nothing else I can do for you, ma'am, I have submitted your information over to supervisor for review, and the supervisor will contact you at their earliest convenience. Thank you so much for calling ABC, and have a good day. That's it. Especially when it's an irate call like that. I don't think that offering more help from them is going to help them because you didn't help them according to them. So I don't know about that.
Okay. But again, I do apologize for the situation. If there's anything else we can assist with, you give us a call, okay? Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. So this lady sent us an email about a call that she had made with us on Friday. I'm just now getting to it because I just got in. But pretty much she got on the phone with an agent and was literally from the jump yelling and screaming and called an agent the B word, like
See?
straight up, you B word. First time I've ever heard somebody be that straight up with it, but I digress. And then at the end of the call, they had continued to curse at the company, not necessarily calling the customer out like they did the first time, but this effing company, this is some BS. I can't believe, stuff like that. And the representative hung up, as they should.
Right.
Gave them 2 warnings. The first time when they were called the B word, and then the second time when they started going off about the company. And also the volume, like in order for me to listen to this call and accurately understand this customer, I have to turn my volume to like 25. And I keep my volume at like 70. Once you get over a certain level, like it just turns into muffled, like we cannot hear you. And so anyway, that lady sent an email to us pretty much saying that agent disconnected on me, needs to be fired. That was disrespectful. I had to wait again, like all this stuff. Which they didn't even call back. They lied in their email saying I had to wait another 50 minutes. Like that was the last call that we gotten from them that day. But I digress. But yeah, demanded for the agent to be fired.
That's crazy.
And first of all, crazy that you think you can call into our
said
business and treat us like crap, and then we get fired for standing up for ourselves. It's just wild. But on a Friday, I just felt really bad because that happened on a Friday evening, like right before that rep was supposed to go home. And I'm gonna reach out to that rep and just say, hey, I reviewed the call that happened on Friday. Just really sorry that you went through that. If you need extra time or an extra one-on-one or anything like that, just let me know. But I did let them know that they handled it exactly right, and to continue to stand on business essentially. But yeah, happy Monday.
Yes, I understand that you have.
She handled that with so much professionalism, and the fact that she reached out to the representative who got the call on Friday to make sure, check on them to see if they're okay, if they need a one-on-one time to, debrief, get that stuff out. But I'm sure that baby probably partied all weekend and talked about that lady like a dog. So I'm sure she's fine. But that was really going above and beyond to talk to the rep to make sure, reassure them that they did the right thing. So I thought that was great. Good for you, baby girl. Good for you.
Some questions about what cost rate on the policy to change. Of course, I can definitely go over that with you. So I looked over the policy just to kind of see what happened. I see last year, back in May, your wife had an accident. Yeah, that accident was determined to be at fault. So the policy right now is showing where there was a discount on the policy for being accident-free. You no longer qualify for that discount based on the accident that your wife had, and we're now surcharging the policy based on that accident. Wow. No, sir. It doesn't just affect your wife. So if you lose the discount, the accident-free discount is a policy discount, not a person discount. So if you lose the discount, you lose it for the full policy. No, sir. No, I don't have a way to just bill your wife for the accident. Of course, this is a joint policy, so your name and her name are both listed as the name insured.
Sir, what happened to for better or worse? What happened to for richer or poorer? You like, well, can you bill her, not me? Oh, I bet you mad at Alice. I'm just giving her this name. I bet you pissed as hell at Alice for getting that taken off because she don't know how to drive. And the accident was her fault. So that means y'all insurance about to go up. That person who she hit or whatever happened, they finna sue y'all or get their money from y'all or do a claim against your particular policy. Plus, she's not covered. Y'all insurance about to skyrocket, and I'm sure you mad at Alice. Poor Alice.
No, I wouldn't just be able to take your wife off the policy, sir. You two are
Wow.
married, of course, and in the same household, so she has to be listed. Now, of course, this accident won't always affect the rate. Typically, you're only surcharged for up to 3 years, and I mean, she had the accident last year, so
Oh,
2 more years, and it will come off the policy. I mean, sir, if you want to divorce your wife, I mean, that's definitely an option, but of course we would still, before we can update the policy, we would need to speak with her.
I'm sure he's going to be like, well, so I guess I need to divorce my wife in order for me to get her off. I don't think this is a fake call because some calls are fake. You can tell which ones are real and which ones are fake. I really believe that this call is real. And I'm sure he's going to be like, well, I guess I better divorce my wife in order for me to get a cheaper rate because she's taking up, I'm sure he said something smart like that, which is why she responded the way she did. But taking her off is not going to undo what happened with the accident. She just did it. Dumb dumb.
To verify you two are divorced and she's no longer in the home. Well, no, sir, you divorcing her wouldn't just take her off the policy if she's going to stay in the home. No, what you stated is that you would divorce her, but she would still be in the home, so she wouldn't have to be on your policy. What I'm stating is if she's still in the home with you, even if you were to get a divorce, she still has to be on the policy. I mean, sir, I don't understand what you're stating. I can't advise you to divorce or put your wife out of the home.
Ma'am, would it be possible for me to talk to the agent in the background? Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Can you believe that he was willing to put her out of the house and divorce her because of that one incident? It sounds like to me that they have a much more bigger problem than that one car accident if he's willing to divorce her and kick her out. It ain't just because of that accident. They got bigger issues out there. Now this girl got to turn into a counselor or a lawyer counselor. I can't tell you to divorce, but what I can tell you if she moved. Poor thing. All right, let's listen to this next queen.
Hey, my name is Jessica.
Hey,
How are you?
Jessica.
Great. Um, so I can hear you talking to your insured,
Okay.
and the information that you are providing her is absolutely incorrect. We would
Oh,
not be able to provide her with a rental today. Okay. Well, okay, if she has rental on her policy, then by all means, that means that she should be filing the claim to get immediate assistance from your carrier. But as far as us providing her a rental today, we would not be providing anything, any money, any repairs, any rental, any towing until liability is determined. No, ma'am, the information that you have is absolutely incorrect, and I do apologize that you were advised of that, or you think that you were
ooh.
advised of that. But no, ma'am, we would not be providing her a rental today. If she needs immediate assistance and she cannot wait for the adjuster to assist, then y'all would need to file a claim with your provider.
All right, that makes sense.
Well, first, no. Well, first, we work for two different companies, so our policies can be completely different, and there's no reason for you to curse at me. I am trying to help your insured, just like you are trying to help your insured. But the misinformation that you're providing is well, because you're setting an expectation. Hold just 1 second, because we can't both talk at the same time. You're
Facts.
setting an expectation that we cannot meet. We would not be able to provide her a rental today, nor will we be able to tow that vehicle today, because we don't know who's at fault.
Right.
again, you seem very emotionally connected to this claim. You are very invested in it. I don't know exactly what is going on. And I'm sorry
Oh,
if you've received misinformation in the past. But until liability is determined, I'll, we will not be providing her with a rental or a tow. I, well, by all means, if she has an immediate need for one, then y'all would need to file a claim with your carrier.
right, right.
I do apologize to hear that, but the fact that she does not have rental on her policy is not that's unfortunately not my concern. There's nothing that I can do about that. That's something that if you set up her policy, you stated you set up her policy, that's something that y'all should have discussed when the policy was set up.
Okay.
But that's not something that I can change or do anything about, nor can I change the policies and procedures and the way that we handle things here. So, yet again, I, you're saying that you have been advised that we could do it, but who advised you of that?
They never remember.
No, ma'am. Well, yet again, I don't know who advised you of that, and I apologize that you were given misinformation. But I do want to clarify that with you and let you know that no, ma'am, we won't be providing any services until liability is determined, okay? So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and end the call. I've already provided your insured with the claim number and the callback expectations. So she can expect to be receiving a call back by the end of the next business day from her adjuster. Maybe, no, she'll be receiving a call back by the end of the next business day. That's tomorrow. The adjuster will not be contacting her today. Her immediate need is not our priority. That is y'all's priority as her provider. So I hope that you, no ma'am, I hope that you have a great day and you enjoy the rest of your shift, okay? Okay, bye bye.
Well, she told her. One thing about insurance agents, I've worked with them. They are very passionate. They seem to have the same blood running through their veins, whether they're black, white, male, female. And it's that blood of, I'm gonna watch what I say. I'm not gonna say it, but if you work with insurance agents, you know exactly what I mean. And sometimes they do get information wrong. They really do. They're always saying that they got it from someplace else. So, but they never want to take the blame, and they don't like to be embarrassed in front of their insureds or their clients. And I get that. They want to make sure that they're right, because then depending on what type of financial portfolio that's in their hands. I think they get really, really nervous that if they say something wrong or if they say something that's incorrect, then the insured or their client is just going to take their whole portfolio and take it to another financial institution or another business, which could happen. So they make it really stressful on people that's there to help them, to give them the correct information. And so, it could be challenging at times. I've had my share of working with some that were challenging, but that's the word I'm going to use. But then I had some that were great partners to work with. Sent me gifts, gave me gift cards because they make great money because it's a commissions only type of business. So, but when you're on the other side and you got to call and talk about claims, whether it's life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, and the agent is the one that sold it. They give this beautiful portfolio about what can happen, but then when the incident happens, they forget that the person never read the fine print, and then unfortunately, it's the most out off the wall situation that happens, and unfortunately, it might not be covered by their plan, and now the agent has to sit there and eat crow with their pissed off client sitting there across the desk from them in tears. Or maybe even worse, who knows? But yeah, dealing with customers can be a challenging, whether it's your regular Joe Blow from across the street or you're professional. You have to be able to maintain your decorum and your professionalism at all times, as well as maintaining the respect of your company and telling them what you will and will not do. And if they do cross that line with calling you out of your name, then warn them, depending on what your company says, warn them that you're about to disconnect the call. And all they're going to do is call right the fuck back. They're going to call right back and cut somebody else out. And guess what? They'll never get their problem resolved because they're being mean. Tell me what you think. This is like part 2 to my crazy customer service situations that happen. And why not do it on a Monday? Happy Monday, honey. It's Monday. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.